I am Varnavi, and today we are going to see how to say or how to ask how are you in German the right way every time. Wie geht es in formal and informal German. Alright, let's go ahead. So, what does wie geht es actually mean? Wie geht literally means how goes it. Alright, but in everyday use, it means how are you. And here you can see that here it is written gate. Alright, so gate is actually a verb which means gehen. Gehen means to go, jana. Okay, so we gate as actually literally means how goes it. However, this entire phrase together is used as how are you. Okay, and it is used when you greet someone at the beginning of a conversation, or in both informal and formal situations. All right, and it is also a very popular topic or a common way of starting small talk in Germany. All right, so if you're planning to go to Germany, then you must not miss this uh, Wie geht es. All right, and actually the Germans expect a real answer, not just fine thanks. All right, you tell them like good, very good, and so we'll look into that ahead. Now, we get as dear. Till now it was just we get s like here, but here you can see we get as dear. All right, so this dear, oops, this dear is also here. So this is the informal way, and it means we. So when together we get as dear, it means how are you, and it is used casually with friends, family, and people those who are of same age. All right, here we have a small. We have an example. Hey Anna, we get as dear. Anna says, Gut, danke und dir. Alright, it is safe to use with anyone of your age, younger, or people you are close with. Okay, and what if you can see that a person is of your age but they are a complete stranger to you? Well, for that we'll have to go further, but before that, we get as dear. This is the pronunciation guide because you really need to keep the pronunciation in mind, and as I say the word, all right, take a hold of the pronunciation. All right, so we get as dear. Here it is not deer or deer, it is we deer. All right, like deer as in the animal but with a the sound. Okay, and it is gate. The edge is very soft and silent. All right, let us go ahead. The formal way, we get as Ihnen. Okay, it is Ihnen, like written here, Ihnen. It's not Ihnen. You do not pronounce the H. H is very soft. Okay, and of course your tone is important, so speak clearly and politely. And we get as Ihnen is used in a polite and formal manner. Right now, you just need to register in your mind or in your notes that here Ihnen is written with the capital I. Why and how, that we'll see in the coming lectures. Okay, so it is Ihnen, and it means you in a respectful way. All right. For example, in Hindi, aap is Ihnen and dear is tum. Okay, it's the same. You can say pattern. All right, so you can remember like that. Then we use it with elders, strangers, and workplace. Like I said, if a person is of your age but you don't know them, then you can start by Ihnen. All right, we have a small dialogue. Guten Morgen, Herr Müller, wie geht es Ihnen? Herr Müller says, Danke, sehr gut und Ihnen. All right, with your teacher and boss also, you should use the formal form, not the dear form. All right, we get as dear. No, 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 that's a big no. Is a small difference and a comparison that we get as dear is used with friends, family, and most importantly, dear has a lowercase d, a small d, and it is a very everyday tone, and I have already cleared the pronunciation. Similarly, here Ihnen I, the I in Ihnen is always capital, and you should be respectful while you are saying this. All right, and like I already told you, it's like tum in Hindi and aap in English. All right, you can drop in the comments whether you would like it in English or in any other language. I speak in total 5 languages. I'm learning my sixth language, so I might be able to help you in other languages also. Alright, let's go ahead. So the casual alternatives are that you can just say we gates. Alright, instead of we gate s, you just drop the s and you put an apostrophe s. So that's we gates. Alright, that's the pronunciation we gates. Then you can also ask alles gut. Alright, that means all good, and that you should use that with your friends, all right, or maybe with your very close family members, not just with anyone. And then, or you can just say a one word na. All right, the tone really matters here. You have to say na, okay, which just means well, or hey, how's it going. All right, so this is for only close friends or the people you are very close with. All right, and here's a small warning: never use na or we gates in formal settings. Stick to the full form with Ihnen. All right, so now you just have a couple of answers that you can say when a question is posed to you. Wie geht es dir, or wie geht es Ihnen. Okay, so you can say sehr gut, which means very good, or you can just say gut, that means good. Es geht, when you're just feeling so you can just say es geht. All right, and when you're not feeling good, you can say nicht so gut. Okay, and when your day is probably the worst, then you can say schlecht. All right, there are two pronunciations for schlecht. You can say schlecht, sh, like shop, sh, or you can say schlecht. All right, both the pronunciations are okay. I personally like to use the schlecht, the sh sound here with ech. All right, I don't like to say it as schlecht. I say it as schlecht. All right, but it's up to you. All right, and you should always be polite and add a danke, and it is danke. Danke means thank you. All right, and you should always ask the person again, und dir, und ihnen. All right, and for example, we'll just see ahead. All right, so here, like Priya says, hey Jonas, wie geht's? Jonas replies, gut, danke, und dir? So can you see here, he replies, how is he? Then he says thank you, and then again he asks Priya, und dir? All right, so this is a very polite and good manner to ask, and then Priya again says sehr gut, danke. All right, so and there is a small thing to remember, that when you ask the person again, जब आप किसी से दोबारा पूछते हैं how and you, तो you should say und dir. Keep this in mind, all right, because many people say und du. If you don't know what is du, it's all right, we'll cover it in future lectures, but you have to keep in mind that whenever it is about wie geht es dir, then you have to ask und dir, and if someone asks you wie geht es Ihnen, then you should say und Ihnen. Okay, and at last we have a small formal conversation where Rahul says, Guten Morgen, Frau Schmidt, wie geht es Ihnen? Danke, sehr gut, und Ihnen, Rahul? Rahul says, gut, danke, Frau Schmidt. And here's a small thing to remember, that when for example, here Rahul said wie geht es Ihnen. Now Frau Schmidt could have replied by saying und dir, all right, because obviously Rahul is younger than her, but it's a way of a boundary, a way of politeness, that if a person has asked you with Ihnen, with respect, then you too reply with respect, all right. And if a person has already trying to be friendly with you and is saying dear, then you can also go ahead with dear, like with the you casual form. All right, so that was it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe the channel, and I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.